All right, well, let's start out today's article with this question. Have you ever wondered what it's like to work on a movie set?
Well,
now, of course,
not anymore, but yes.
Yeah, of course. Before I did this and before I've done other film stuff, I did wonder what it was like.
Yeah, you're always curious. The article goes on and says, as a movie extra or background actor, you could learn all about it while getting paid.
Ooh.
So when we say background, we mean what is behind the main actors or the main action at the front of a picture or a scene. Now, the background could be the set itself, so the room, the street, the forest, whatever it happens to be. A background actor usually just walks, sits, or stands in the background. Maybe they might have to react to something going on, but they don't have any lines, they don't get heard, you don't really see their faces that much unless they somehow get featured, but they're just the people in the background in a crowd scene.
Right.
Here's another example using the word background. There's a scene on a busy street, so we need many actors walking around in the background.
Right, so that would be just like what you did in the airport.
Exactly.
Not on a busy street.
Yeah, stand, move up, line up. Maybe if I happen to be at the front, give fake passport to fake immigration person.
Right. Okay, well, let's find out what else is going to happen here. It says extras are the people who fill up the background of a shot behind the lead actors. Now, we use this phrase, fill something up here. We fill up the background of the shot. This phrase is used to show that when a place or a thing fills up, such as a room or a box or something else, it becomes full. Now, in this case, you want to fill the background of a shot so that the scene looks natural and not empty. So if you're in an airport and it's empty, that's going to look really strange.
This isn't a real airport.
Right.
This is obviously a movie, and I'm kind of, me and the reality are kind of pulled apart.
Right. Here's another example using fill something up. Let's fill the car up with gas and start our trip.
Okay, now the article explains a bit more about what it's like doing this job. It says the job of a professional extra is to blend into a scene rather than stand out in a scene.
Right.
We don't want to notice the extras, that's what this is saying. So in that sentence, we used the word professional and we used it as an adjective. And as an adjective, we're describing a person who is doing a job as their main source of income. Whatever they're doing, that's their job. That's what they do. That's how they earn their money. It's their most typical professional activity. So professional actors and musicians do it as their job, not just a hobby. They expect to be paid for their time. Now, it can also mean that if you're a professional at something, then other people expect you to have a decent level of skill and experience. They expect you to be good at it. The opposite word would be amateur, which is somebody who may sometimes get paid, but it's not their main job. They just do it out of interest. Here's an example sentence. College basketball players want to become professional players and join teams in the NBA.
That's the big goal for any sports players.
Any sport. So I, for example, I'm not a professional actor. I've done quite a lot of plays, a few TV commercials, that extra job, but it's not my actual job. It's not what I'm always trying to do to make money every day. I'm a professional editor.
Okay, well, let's find out what they are doing when they're blending in. So the job of a professional extra is to blend in. So this phrase, when somebody or something blends in, it seems normal because it matches or is similar to what is around it in a way that makes it hard to notice. Now, someone who blends into a crowd really well could be a spy. Though movie spies like James Bond are often well-dressed and very handsome with lots of cool gadgets, real spies always look like normal people. They blend in because they don't want to get caught as spies. Then you're just not very good at your job.
Exactly. So they need to blend in rather than stand out. And we use that phrase rather than we use it when we want to emphasize one thing over another. So we're saying not A, but B. Something is like this, not like that. Now, in this phrase, the thing we want or like or need or the way something really is always comes before the rather than. So we say they need to blend in rather than stand out. That means we want them to do this and we don't want them to stand out, which would be really obvious. You think, hang on, that guy, that guy in the crowd scene is just pulling a silly face and I've noticed him and my attention's away from the main actor and that's bad.
Right. That is very bad because here it says the goal is to be seen but never noticed. We want to see the extras in the background because it's normal, but we don't want to notice them because then you're not paying attention to the lead actors.
Yeah, or the main action, the important dialogue, exactly.
Right.
Okay, now we see that some extras are so good at this that they get called back again and again. So they're very good at blending in, they never cause trouble, they're very professional, and they just seem to really suit the background. They just do their job and they don't cause any problems. They do exactly what they're told. So in that sentence, we just saw the sentence pattern, someone or something is so, and then we follow the so with an adjective or an adverb, and then a that result clause with a subject and verb. So good that they get invited back. So good that they get invited back. Now this phrase with so plus an adjective or an adverb is used to emphasize the quality of something. So means very or really, and so it modifies the adjective or the adverb to make it stronger. So fast, really fast. So quick, really quick. So good, really good. Now the that part of the sentence introduces the result clause, the effect or the consequence of something being so good, so bad, so loud, and so on. Here's another example. It's so cold outside that I don't want to leave the house. And another, my sister likes cats so much that she decided to get one.
Of course, now we're going to give an example of a professional extra that is so good at this that they get called back over and over again. Here it says, take Jesse Hyman, for example. Okay, so we've got a name, but let's talk about the phrase we used around the name first. We used the phrase take, for example. The take goes first, the for example goes at the end. Now we use this phrase to give a specific example of the information we just mentioned. Now Jesse Hyman is a specific example of an extra that blends in. Here's another example sentence. People in Taiwan love Japanese cartoons. Take Gudetama, for example. This egg has its own restaurants, stationery, and more.
Yeah, he's super popular.
Right.
Okay, so this guy Jamie, we see in the article. Jesse. He's clocked up 86 extra roles in films and TV shows since 2001, including Spider-Man and The Big Bang Theory. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now in that sentence, we saw the phrase clock up something.
Right.
And you could say clock something up. It's one of those where you can split the verb. And to explain it, let's go to our Shortcut for You section because it's today's Shortcut for You.